My name is Pawan Shrestha. I'm an architect and I work as a country director in Architecture Sans Frontières, Nepal. As many people know, like in 2015, April, there was a big earthquake in Nepal. Damaged lots of our houses and killed almost like 10,000 people. So at that time, there was a big need of a technical assistance in rebuilding. There is a vast difference between living in urban and rural settings because there is big pollution level in urban setting with lots of dust from the construction material and also smokes from the cars and other big vehicles. As you go about 10 kilometers out of the center, the environment there is quite clear. After earthquake, ASM Nepal is working in 7 different sites in 6 different districts. One of them is Dolakha. And in Dolakha, we are working in a small village called Magapawa. The project area where we reach is quite remote. You are traveling in a very dirt road from big altitude to you go down to river, which is quite low. So sometimes it's very steep down with lots of twists and turns. It bumps a lot. It's a little bit tricky. Dolakha is a natural paradise, you see. You'll see a big view of white mountain, Himalayas. People has made lots of terrain to plant their plants there and grow vegetables, rice, even wheat. When the people were living in a temporary shed made with the steels, the big issue was the livestock and storage of their grains and other vegetables. People took it very seriously because with the livestock they have life. So people express lots of values for the goat, for the buffalo they have than themselves and their kids and family members. That is a very interesting lesson we learned from the community. So prioritizing their lifestyle, their livelihood, their livestock, we developed a new improvised design which accommodated all of them. Earlier we were more focused on earthquake resiliency only, but as we participated in the SHERPA tool, we incorporated more sustainable activities in the reconstruction process. As we got more informed by SHERPA and we were involved ourselves in SHERPA, we mostly focus on 4 pillars now. One is how the social housing or our reconstruction house is contributing in a social, environmental, economical and cultural aspects. All the requirement of people should be addressed by the house itself, and it should be more economical, and it should be culturally also accepted, and it should use maximum environment friendly materials and promoting local material and less pollution creating transportation materials. We are promoting the maximum reuse of the material from a farmer house. Generally around 50% plus stones are reused. And even lots of wood for doors and windows and floor joists are reused. This was a big challenge regarding the quality of materials and adaptation and acceptance of local material by the vulnerable people. They had a belief that the stone house will not resist the earthquakes. There are 2 types of capacity building we do. One is the capacity build of the local people to understand the earthquake resilient design. And the most important is the training of the masons. To address the issue of availability of the masons, we are providing capacity building training to masons so that we have more masons and also the masons are upgraded with the knowledge of earthquake resilient buildings. We are promoting seismic band for making house more earthquake resilient. Generally, seismic band is a horizontal band which is put all around the masonry wall. It is put like that because it distributes the load. In a rural area, construction of house is not same as in a urban area where you hand over the money to builder and they build. In a rural community, whole house, mason, even neighbors are involved when there is construction. We found women are working a lot. During constructing their own house, they are working as a cook, making aggregate like crushing the stones. They carry stones and they also carry steels, anything which is required to rebuild the house. So economy is certainly moving right now in a good way, and most people are being benefited by the economical change. The other good change is a change in a lifestyle and change in a way of thinking. They had a belief that the stone house will not resist the earthquakes. The confidence level is growing, not only in terms of earthquake resiliency, but in terms of their capacity also, you see. I think if they continue the confidence, they will succeed in many of their other activities also.